After my last video tutorial on RCS2 and how we use it for running our GT3 class, some people asked about the team racing option. So I decided to make a small tutorials on how you can set up this racing mode in RCS, and then I will follow up with a live session on the track with the pit stops in order to show how this works during a race. So the idea is to set up team with multiple drivers. So we go into race management, and then we are already in team setup, and click the setup teams option. Here we have our drivers and our teams. So I'm gonna select G Racing Team, and as you can see here we can add up to 6 drivers. So I'm gonna add Mike and Jan coming from the pool of drivers. So I will leave just 3 drivers for the time being. After we have created our team with the multiple drivers, then we can go to our single event subtab, and I'm gonna run a practice session with for 5 minutes using the endurance full that is our GT3 class. This will allow us to have 3 different pit stops, and at each pit stop I will change the driver.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drop the clutch and let's go!
Now we move to the live session on the track. This is practice, as I mentioned before. I have recorded the full session, but I'm showing you now the times when the pit stops happen, so that you can jump to them in order to see what's happening if you don't want to see me lapping around all the time. As you can see in the dashboard, our first driver is Joe. Now the first pit stop is coming up. So once the car goes into pit, I can go through the different options until I get to drivers. And then here, pressing the brake button, I can select the next driver in line. In this case, it will be Mike. As you can see now, Mike is the current driver, and Mike is going to take the car out. Pressing the brake button would allow you to go through the different drivers in the order in which they've been entered in the team setup window. The second pit stop is coming up. Again, we go through the different options. Then we go to driver, and then here pressing the brake button will bring up the third driver, Jan, as the current driver. third and final pit stop coming up. So again, going through the options, we get to driver,
Driver changed.
pressing the brake button will go from the third driver up to the first one, in this case again Joe. We're at the end of the session, nice finishing up with the fast lap. So I want to bring up this window where you can see the stats at the end of the race. So for each team you will get the number of laps that you have done in a session, the fastest lap of the team, the average lap, and then the percentage of fuel used and the average of fuel used per lap. You also get the number of sets of tires you used, so in this case hard only one set, and also what was the consumption per lap. Finally, what maybe is the most relevant information for this tutorial is the percentage of time that each driver spent driving during a session. So as you can see in this version of RCS02 I have, this does not work or does not provide useful information. Unfortunately, it's a pity, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure that in the next version of the software, this will be fixed when the new Gen 2 RCS02 will be released by the team. Anyway, hope that you like this video. If you find it useful, please give a like and subscribe. Thank you.